Okay, my turn.
Wait a minute.
No, that was your question.
That wasn't a question, that was a joke.
Look, there are rules to this game, and your turn is over.
Premiering on January 20th, 1998, Dawson's Creek ran for 6 seasons and 128 episodes following a group of close friends growing up in the fictional coastal town of Capeside, Massachusetts. One star became the first actress to win Emmys for 3 different series, and is now considered one of the finest actors of her generation. One married Tom Cruise 7 weeks after their first date, and spent years navigating a marriage that became a global media event. One shared a landmark moment in television history when his character became one of the first gay men to kiss another man in American primetime. One built a second act as a writer, podcaster, and television host, and one sadly passed away in February 2026. So where did they all end up? Katie Holmes plays Joey Potter, Dawson's tomboyish childhood best friend, who lives with her older sister after her mother's death and her father's imprisonment, and whose slow-burning romantic feelings for Dawson, and later, more combustibly, for Pacey, anchor the show's central love triangle for its entire run. Katie Holmes was born Kate Noelle Holmes on December 18, 1978, in Toledo, Ohio, the youngest of 5 children of an attorney father and homemaker mother. She attended the all-girls Notre Dame Academy, scored well enough on her SATs to be accepted to Columbia University, and instead pursued acting after a modeling competition led to her film debut in Ang Lee's The Ice Storm. She was cast as Joey at 19. She began dating Tom Cruise in April 2005. They became engaged 7 weeks later, married in November 2006, and had a daughter, Suri, born that same April. Holmes converted to Scientology during the relationship and filed for divorce in 2012, subsequently returning to Catholicism. After Dawson's Creek, Katie Holmes built a varied career across film, television, and theater, appearing in Batman Begins as Rachel Dawes, starring as Jacqueline Kennedy in the miniseries The Kennedys, and moving into writing and directing with films including All We Had and Alone Together. She launched her own production company, Lafayette Pictures, in 2021, and has continued working steadily on stage, including Broadway and off-Broadway runs of Our Town, and a 2026 revival of Hedda Gabler. She is 47 years old as of May 2026. Joshua Jackson plays Pacey Witter, Dawson's other best friend, the underachieving class clown whose slow transformation into the show's most emotionally mature character, and whose relationship with Joey became one of the most fervently debated romantic arcs of early 2000s television. Jackson was initially considered for the role of Dawson himself, before producers decided his looks didn't fit the part. Joshua Jackson was born Joshua Carter Jackson on June 11, 1978, in Vancouver, British Columbia, the son of an Irish casting director mother and American journalist father. He began acting in commercials at 9 and broke through with the Mighty Ducks films before landing Pacey at 19. He dated co-star Katie Holmes early in the show's run, later had a decade-long relationship with Diane Kruger, and married actress Jodie Turner-Smith in 2019. They have a daughter, and finalized their divorce in 2025. His childhood home in Topanga, California, burned down in the 2025 Palisades fire. After Dawson's Creek, Joshua Jackson built a substantial career in television, starring as Peter Bishop on Fox's Fringe from 2008 to 2013, a troubled husband on Showtime's The Affair, and surgeon-turned-convicted felon Christopher Dunch in Peacock's Dr. Death, earning a Critics' Choice Television Award nomination. He appeared in Hulu's Dr. Odyssey in 2024 and 2025, and the ABC drama Fatal Attraction. He helped organize and participated in a September 2025 live reunion reading of the Dawson's Creek pilot at Broadway's Richard Rodgers Theater, a benefit event James Van Der Beek was ultimately too ill to attend. He is 47 years old as of May 2026. Michelle Williams plays Jen Lindley, the worldly New York transplant whose arrival in Capeside in the pilot episode briefly complicates the Dawson and Joey dynamic, and whose struggles with self-destructive behavior and a complicated relationship with her grandmother give the show some of its more serious material. Williams was 15 when cast. Michelle Williams was born Michelle Ingrid Williams on September 9, 1980 in Kalispell, Montana, and was legally emancipated from her parents at 15 to pursue acting. After Dawson's Creek, she broke through with Brokeback Mountain in 2005, earning the first of 5 Academy Award nominations. The others came for Blue Valentine, My Week with Marilyn, Manchester by the Sea, and The Fabelmans. She had a relationship with actor Heath Ledger from 2004 to 2007, with whom she has a daughter, Matilda. Ledger died in 2008. She married theater director Thomas Kail in 2020. They have 3 children. After Dawson's Creek, Michelle Williams became one of the most acclaimed actresses of her generation, winning 3 Golden Globes for My Week with Marilyn, Fosse/Verdon, and the 2025 FX Netflix miniseries Dying for Sex, in which she played a woman exploring her sexuality after a terminal cancer diagnosis, along with a primetime Emmy for Foss/Verdon. She returned to the New York stage in a revival of Eugene O'Neill's Anna Christie at St. Anne's Warehouse from late 2025 into 2026. She remains close friends with former Dawson's Creek castmate Busy Phillips. She is 45 years old as of May 2026. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. James Van Der Beek plays Dawson Leary, the introspective, Spielberg-obsessed teenager whose bedroom window ladder and unwavering belief in the movies he loves gives the show its title and its emotional spine. Van Der Beek was virtually unknown when cast and became the face of the series for 6 seasons, playing Dawson's idealism with a sincerity that kept the character likable even as the show's central love triangle eventually moved away from him. James Van Der Beek was born James David Van Der Beek on March 8, 1977 in Cheshire, Connecticut, the son of a father who played minor league baseball and a mother who danced on Broadway. He attended Cheshire Academy, made his professional debut off-Broadway at 16, and was cast as Dawson after his casting director sent in an audition tape. During the show's run, he also starred in the football drama Varsity Blues. He married Kimberly Brooke in 2010. They had 6 children together. After Dawson's Creek, James Van Der Beek worked steadily in television, often leaning into self-aware versions of his own fame, playing a fictionalized version of himself on Don't Trust the Bee, in Apartment 23, and appearing in How I Met Your Mother, One Tree Hill, CSI, Cyber, and a main role in the first season of Pose. He competed on Dancing with the Stars and The Masked Singer. In August 2023, he was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer, which he disclosed publicly in November 2024, becoming an outspoken advocate for early colorectal screening despite having no family history and feeling otherwise healthy. In 2025, he auctioned off Dawson's Creek and Varsity Blues memorabilia to help fund his treatment, raising over $47,000. He had to drop out of a September 2025 live cast reunion reading due to illness, with Lin-Manuel Miranda filling in. James Van Der Beek died on February 11, 2026 at his home in Texas, surrounded by his family. He was 48. His wife Kimberly wrote that he met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. He is survived by her and their 6 children. Kerr Smith plays Jack McPhee, a new student introduced in Season 2, whose budding interest in Joey gives way to a far more consequential storyline, Jack's gradual realization and eventual public acknowledgement that he is gay. In the Season 3 finale, Jack's kiss with his love interest Ethan became one of the first passionate kisses between 2 men shown on American primetime television, a moment now regarded as a watershed in mainstream TV's depiction of gay relationships. Kerr Smith was born Kerr Van Cleve Smith on March 9, 1972, in Exton, Pennsylvania, and graduated from the University of Vermont with a degree in business administration before moving to New York to act. He had a recurring role on the soap As the World Turns before landing Jack McPhee at 26, playing a 16-year-old. His early film roles included Final Destination and The Broken Hearts Club. After Dawson's Creek, Kerr Smith continued working steadily in television and film, including the slasher film My Bloody Valentine 3D, the NBC series E-Ring, and recurring roles on The Fosters and Riverdale. He has spoken in interviews about the responsibility he felt playing one of television's first openly gay teenage characters, saying he was determined not to lean into stereotypes and wanted to tell a truthful story. He continues to work in film and television. He is 54 years old as of May 2026. Busy Phillips plays Audrey Little, Joey's effervescent, sharp-tongued college roommate in Boston, introduced in Season 5 as part of the show's broader cast shakeup once its central characters left Capeside for university. Audrey's blunt comic energy provided a needed counterweight to the show's increasingly soap-operatic later seasons. Busy Phillips was born Elizabeth Jean Phillips on June 25, 1979, in Oak Park, Illinois, and grew up in Scottsdale, Arizona, where her parents' nickname for her, given for her relentless energy as an infant, became her professional name. She first gained attention as Kim Kelly on the cult series Freaks and Geeks, before joining Dawson's Creek in 2001. She married screenwriter Mark Silverstein in a surprise 2007 ceremony. They have 2 daughters and separated in 2021. After Dawson's Creek, Busy Phillips starred as Lori Keller on Cougar Town from 2009 to 2015, earning a Critics' Choice Television Award, and built a second career as a writer and media personality, publishing the best-selling memoir This Will Only Hurt a Little in 2018, and hosting her own e-talk show, Busy Tonight, that same year. She starred in the Peacock and Netflix musical comedy Girls 5 Eva from 2021 to 2024, and played Mrs. George in the 2024 film adaptation of Mean Girls. She remains close friends with Michelle Williams, a friendship that began on the Dawson's Creek set and has lasted more than 2 decades. She is 46 years old as of May 2026. Meredith Monroe plays Andy McPhee, Jack's sister, a bright, emotionally complicated new student who struggles with anxiety and grief over her brother's institutionalized mother, give the show some of its more grounded material, and whose will-they-won't-they relationship with Pacey runs for several seasons before her gradual departure from the series. Meredith Monroe was born Meredith Lee Monroe on December 30th, 1969, in Houston, Texas, and raised in Hinsdale, Illinois. Before acting, she appeared on book covers for the Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys series and modeled for products including a Conair hair crimper. She was cast as Andy McPhee at 28, playing a teenager, and earned a Teen Choice Award nomination for the role. She married emergency room physician Stephen Cavavit in 1999. They have twin children, born in 2014. After Dawson's Creek, Meredith Monroe built a long career in television guest and recurring roles, most notably as Haley Hotchner, the wife of Aaron Hotchner, on Criminal Minds from 2005 to 2009, her character's murder in the show's 100th episode becoming a significant plot turn for the series. She later appeared in 13 Reasons Why as Carolyn Standall and in Heart of Dixie. She continues to work in television while living in Los Angeles with her family. She is 56 years old as of May 2026. Mary Beth Peil plays Evelyn Grams Ryan, Jen's devout, sharp-witted grandmother, who takes Jen in after she's sent to Capeside following trouble in New York, and whose evolving relationship with her granddaughter provides one of the show's steadiest emotional through lines. Peil was the only adult actor to remain a credited series regular across all 6 seasons. Mary Beth Peil was born on June 25, 1940, in Davenport, Iowa, and trained as an operatic soprano at Northwestern University under the celebrated singer Lotte Lehmann, making her professional opera debut in 1962 and winning the Metropolitan Opera National Council auditions in 1964. She transitioned into musical theater in the 1980s, making her Broadway debut opposite Yul Brynner in a revival of The King and I, which earned her the first of 2 Tony nominations. Her second came in 2017 for Anastasia. She did not appear on camera until 1992, when she was in her 50s. After Dawson's Creek, Mary Beth Peil continued building one of the more unusual late career trajectories among the cast, appearing in The Stepford Wives, Clint Eastwood's Flags of Our Fathers, and starring as Jackie Florrick on CBS's The Good Wife from 2009 to 2016. She played choreographer Martha Graham in Netflix's Halston in 2021, and reprised her Anastasia role in a one-night concert performance at Lincoln Center in February 2025. In early 2026, she joined the cast of an off-Broadway production, The Reservoir, alongside Noah Galvin. She continues working in theater regularly. She is 85 years old as of May 2026. Thanks for sticking around until the end. If you want more videos like this one, please subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week.